of all, I'm grateful for the 24-year-old travel vlogger traveling around the world. She's flown in from Taiwan. She's in India on a tourist visit. Hyojong Park, South Korean traveler and content creator. Thank you for joining us on We the People. Miss Park, we are so sorry that you had to endure this. It's apologies from all of us as a nation. Thank you for your time. Could you tell us how it all started?
I came to India to start creating the content, and recently I started live streaming, and on 29th of November I was also doing live streaming, and I was heading back to my hotel around 11:40 p.m. and there was two guys standing on the street, and one of them yelled at me that I love you. And oftentimes when you're filming the video or making the content, people want to engage in conversation or showing the interest. So I told him, oh yeah, I love you back, and I was keep heading to my hotel. And then he approached me and started the conversation. And during the conversation, he put his one arm over my shoulder and tried to kiss on my face. And at that time, I was very shocked and I feel unsafe. I wanted to leave the situation as fast as I can without escalating them. But suddenly, he grabbed my wrist and dragged me to the place where his friend and motorcycle was standing. And he was telling me that he's gonna give me a ride. At that point, I didn't want to give him my address or anything, so I told him no multiple times with a very strong and firm voice. And I learned that when people are saying no, you should understand that as a no. But apparently, he didn't get it, and he put his one arm over my shoulder again and tried to kiss me on my face for the second time. At that time, I was very panicked because even though I told him multiple times no, he still thought it's okay to do it again. And I really didn't want it to be in this situation. And so I tried my best to leave that without triggering him and walking very fast towards my hotel again. But then they started to follow me with the motorcycle. And then they stopped right in front of me and started to ask my phone number. Yeah, the best thing that I could think of at the time was, let's give him my fake phone number so that he will leave me. As long as he's following me, I couldn't go back to my hotel by myself. So I gave him a fake phone number, but even then, he didn't leave me alone. Luckily, at that time, there was one viewer who was watching my live streaming, and he was aware of all the situation. So he came out from where he was, and told to that guy in Hindi. I didn't exactly understand what he was saying, but after he said, they started to keep a distance and left. But even though I didn't really not sure whether they're watching or so, I just waited on the street 5 to 10 minutes, and I ran back to my hotel by myself.
Ms. Park, we are so sorry, to make you recount this horror and share these details again. And I can see at points you were, very rattled. And I can only imagine you're in a foreign country, you don't speak the language, you don't know anyone. You mentioned how you panicked, but you still luckily had the presence of mind to keep filming and live streaming through it all.
Actually, the reason why I was keep live streaming is before he kissed me on my cheek, I told him that I'm filming, I'm doing this live streaming, because sometimes filming or putting the camera on in front of people could give them the awareness of that you cannot do anything like very extreme or crazy because it's all recording. But even though done it, and the reason why I was keep putting the live streaming was so that I can at least, there's a people who are watching me on live, and if something happened, I hope that they could help me or call the police, or if this video could use it as an evidence. That's why I was keep my live streaming on.
Very smart. That was really right, and it helped you out also over there. But Ms. Park, you travel in India alone. Why did you make that call to do so? What were you expecting? Is that what it's? Have your expectations lived up? Has India lived up to your expectations? Have you changed your perception about India after this?
Yeah, actually, after this unfortunate incident, people ask me about how the image of India has changed, because do you want to leave the India as soon as possible? And I told them, like, because what happened, I love India more, because a lot of people show me the love and support. I don't think that I could get all this support if I be in the different country. There's the police station, police officer, they helped and took an action very quickly as well. And there's so many people who wanted to help me and support me. The reason why I said yes to all the interview was because right after what happened, I got so many negative comments about what happened about that incident, because people were putting the blame on me.
Yeah.
And even in Korean news media, if you watch the comment, people are starting to putting the blame on me, which is I am the victim. And I wanted to give the message to people that that's wrong.
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong. And I also wanted to give the message to people who are afraid to tell what they've been through, because they're afraid. If they're afraid of this blame, and then they cannot really come outside in public to talk what they've been through. So I wanted to tell people that please don't blame the victim. And what happened was unfortunate, but also very thanks to everyone who support me and show me all the help. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much for your grace, for your acceptance, for your strength. You're absolutely right. You are not the victim at all, and you've seen the best and the worst of India, you know, within a few minutes. Thank you for joining us on We the People tonight. But